Hello guys! Welcome back to my vlog, and kung bago ka sa channel na to, I'm Za and this is Za Canada Channel. Salamat po sa lahat ng mga nag-subscribe lately. Maraming salamat po sa mga nanood, nag-like, nag-comment, at kung hindi pa po, like, share, and subscribe. At dito sa channel na to, pinag-uusapan natin anything that has something to do with immigration and daily life experience ng mga taong nakatira dito sa Canada or kahit sa labas ng bansa. Well, today we have a new episode, and I made a research on this topic because I met someone nung New Year na-nominate siya ng province. He is a nurse, na-nominate siya ng province. However, hindi pa siya nakapasok sa express entry. So basically, he already got his provincial nomination certificate. Congratulations to him because he is under the healthcare categories. Alam naman natin na pag sa British Columbia, hindi sila kasali dun sa mga point system dito. So they have their own qualification para makapasok or ma-nominate sa British Columbia. So eventually, he got his provincial nomination certificate. However, hindi niya alam kung paano mag-a-apply ng PR since what he got is a nomination certificate without the express entry edition. Kumbaga, hindi siya not through the express entry. So, yan ang pag-uusapan natin hanggang ngayon. Kung nakaka-relate ka sa topic na to or sa vlog na to, panoorin hanggang dulo. Alright, so guys, let's first understand ano ba ibig sabihin ng provincial nominee but non-express entry. So basically, nakuha mo yung nomination letter from the province, yun nga sa BC, pero hindi through express entry stream. Kumbaga, wala kang profile sa express entry pool. And kailangan mo, syempre, dito kasi sa Canada, in order for you to get your PR, para ma-PR ka, you need to go through the express entry pool, which means that you need a direct application from IRCC or through the Immigration, Refugees, Citizenship Canada. So, ang madalas na tanong is, pwede pa nga bang mag-apply through non-express entry ang taong may nomination na? Ang sagot diyan is yes, but there is a different process. The first step that you need to take is to review your nomination certificate carefully kasi may specific instructions diyan na kailangan mo sundin para sa PR application. But the most basic things that you need to gather definitely is the nomination certificate mula sa province, valid passport, proof of funds. So you just have to go to the IRCC website kung magkano ba yung proof of funds na dapat nakalagay sa iyong bank statement, police clearance, and medical exam which is approved ng IRCC. So meron naman dito, hindi mo na kailangan umuwi sa Pilipinas or kung nandito ka na sa Canada, you just have to Google. Yung sa akin kasi noon, a year ago, nag-take ulit ako ng medical exam dito. Malapit lang and mas mabilis siya. Sobrang bilis niya lang compared dun sa ginagawa dun sa Pilipinas. And as soon as you gather all of these documents, you have to apply online. You need to go to the IRCC website. I'm going to put the link below dun sa description box. And then, you have to select apply as a provincial nominee, non-express entry. Kasi nga may provincial nomination certificate ka na. Fill out forms. It says here the IMF 008, IMF 5669, IMF 5406, and depende sa province at category. Upload all the documents in PDF. Then, you have to pay for the application fee of 1,325 Canadian for adult applicant. So, just tips, make sure all the PDF are clear and readable. Normally, may designated PDF lang yan. Yung kumbaga, up to 10 MB lang. So, make sure you compress all the files and make sure that it will be uploaded accurately. So, double check spelling ng pangalan and dates. Normally, the work history and everything should be accurate from the very first day that you applied in IRCC. Keep scanned copies of everything for your records. So as soon as you have submitted everything, so make sure that you also have your own records of the things that you have submitted. Para kapag inask ulit, you still have the proof. You still have the same proof. Hindi pa iba-iba. And para mapadali sa iyo lahat ng mga bagay-bagay na yan, instead of you doing it by yourself, and if you have the means, if you have the money, extra money to shell out, then better hire a legit RCIC consultant or immigration consultant or lawyer. Kasi all you have to do is just prepare the documents and then let them do the uploading. Ako kasi ganyan ang ginagawa ko. I have to make sure these are really important documents and I would like it perfect. It's not that I don't trust myself, it's just that they know what exactly they're doing. Alam na nila, or kumbaga trabaho na nila yan, ginagawa nila yan araw-araw. So, binibigay ko siya dun sa mga taong may alam. At yun nga yung immigration consultant namin ni Kurt. Well, and here comes the waiting, or ito na yung yung magbibigay sa atin ng anxiety. Na joke lang. Tiwala lang. Wait for the IRCC processing. Processing time may vary, usually 15 to 19 months. Imagine niyo, almost 1.5 year ka mag-iintay para sa sagot ni IRCC kung approved ba yung PR application mo. Pero again, as long as you know that everything that you have submitted is correct, honest, and accurate, then you don't have nothing to worry about. Magpatuloy lang sa pagtatrabaho and eventually, that 15 to 19 months, mabilis lang yan. Imagine mo, nag-New Year nga bigla-bigla, di ba? New Year na, 2026 na agad-agad. Parang kailan lang sinelebrate namin yun. A few months ago, tapos biglang New Year agad. So anyway, IRCC may request additional documents like request for further evidence. Request for further evidence, which means that, for example, you showed a certificate of employment, and then they need further evidence like your payslip. Then they may ask you for your payslip as well. So these are the things that they may ask you too. So make sure that you have it with you or you have it on hand, so that kapag nag-request sila, meron ka na agad or meron ka na agad na isasubmit. Kasi normally, they have a time frame. They can only wait for that particular document for like 30 days. You must submit this within 30 days, otherwise your application will be refused. Sayang naman yung pinag-intay mo na mahabang panahon. Let's say, nag-iintay ka na pala ng 1 taon, tapos bigla sila nag-request ng additional document. Then, wala ka pa pala, edi sayang naman yung tapos uulit ka na naman, back to zero ka na naman. So make sure that you prepare all the necessary documents na maaari nilang hingin. And definitely always check your email regularly. They communicate through email. Going back to that, they communicate through email regularly. I mean, they normally send a notification through your email that you have to log into your IRCC account and check if there are notifications. But kung wala ka naman na-receive sa email, then better to go check the IRCC account itself. Okay? So the next one is medical police clearance and biometrics. So I'm sure that you already have this by the time that you arrive here in Canada. But they may ask that again. So as I mentioned earlier, medical exam must be done sa IRCC approved clinic. Meron naman dito yan sa Vancouver or kung saang city or kung saang province ka naroroon. So you just have to make a research, Google, lahat naman nasa nasa internet na. All you need is an internet connection, a valid working internet connection. Or punta ka sa Starbucks or punta ka sa sa mga mall. Normally naman may mga na diyan. Makikonnect ka sa Wi-Fi. So make sure you do all these things. Okay? Police clearance mula sa lahat ng countries where you live 6+ months after age 18. Self-explanatory. Biometrics, fingerprints and photo. And once submitted, IRCC will review everything that you have submitted and they may issue you confirmation of PR once approved. O, diba? Yehey! May confirmation of PR ka na. May COPR ka na. And I'm manifesting on that. So again, i-reiterate ko lang ng lahat ng mga nasabi ko kanina kasi importante ito para may smooth application kayo. Walang delay. So make sure to check the deadlines of the nomination letter. So may deadline yan para ma-submit mo within 6 months. For example, you must submit your PR application within 6 months upon receiving this letter. So check nyo yung letter na receive nyo. So follow instructions exactly. So you just have to make sure that you need to follow everything that is listed on your nomination letter. Keep copies of everything para may backup if IRCC asks that again. And don't panic kasi processing takes time. Iwasan ng anxiety. Iwasan yung pag-iisip. Iwasan. Keep yourself busy. Kasi ganyan talaga. Yung pag nag-iintay tayo, di ba? Kung ano-ano na yung mga pumapasok sa isip natin. So, make yourself busy para hindi natin isipin masyado kung ano ba talaga na nangyayari sa mga application natin. So, and manalig sa Diyos. Magtiwala sa Diyos na everything is happening in God's perfect timing. And do not forget that there are some mistakes na minsan nakakalimutan natin gawin. So, make sure na yung document na ina-upload natin is tama. Missing signatures, not translating documents. Like, for example, you have documents in French that needs to be translated into English or the other way around. Or maybe meron ka palang document na that is in a different language, let's say Tagalog or Filipino, that needs to be translated into English. So make sure you translated all these documents and make sure that it's honored by RICC. Hindi lang basta-basta tinranslate ng Quiapo sa Pilipinas, okay? Alam naman natin kung ano 'yon. So ignoring emails from IRCC. Make sure do not ignore any email. Kapag may nakita kayo diyan na Immigration, Refugee, Citizenship Canada, IRCC na agad 'yon. Okay? Makikita niyo naman kung legit 'yon. Normally no reply yung nakalagay dun na from. Okay? Which means that you have to log into your IRCSA account and check if there's any notification or if there's anything that you need to resubmit or do again. Okay? So, yun lang. Sana may natutunan kayo sa video na to. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Happy New Year sa inyong lahat. Sana po naging masagana ang inyong New Year. At lumalakad dyan yung email address ko. If you have any inspiring stories, questions, or anything under the sun that you would like to share in this channel, as long as it's related in this episode or in the uploads that I've made previously, feel free to send me an email. Okay po? Maraming salamat po sa panonood. Thank you so much for watching. At laging tatandaan, hindi kailangan maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Thank you. Bye-bye.